In our first lesson, we learned how to open any C++ file we like to compile and copy its content into our scanner function. Then in our last class, we learned what tokens are, and we also defined some tokens in our enum type token type. Every C++ file we are going to compile must be made of tokens or groups of tokens. Any syntax not present in our token list is assumed to be an error. So in this class, the scanner will scan through our code, reading every character and symbol, searching for tokens. Once a token is found, it will call the lexical analyzer to generate that token. Now, there are 4 groups of tokens the scanner will scan for. The first one are numbers. These are token numbers. They consist only of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Any other character is not a number. Then the next one is white spaces. White space is a term that refers to characters that are used for formatting purposes. In C++, this refers primarily to spaces, tabs, and sometimes new line. They are not used for doing comparison, so we'll find them and discard them. Then the third set of tokens are characters. Characters here means any symbol that is neither an alphabet nor a number. So they can include bang, @sign, £sign, $sign, modulus sign, inverse sign, and sign, asterisk for multiplication, opening and closing parentheses and opening and closing braces, underscore, plus sign, minus sign, equal sign, the ternary sign or question mark, greater than, less than, comma, full punctuation mark, slash or division sign, or sign. Then you have the block quotes and the block parentheses. Then the final group, the last group of tokens are the alphabets. So they are divided into 2. The first one are keywords, which includes all reserved words like switch, int, boolean, string, break, continue, while, if, etc. While the second one refers to identifiers, which includes any other token that is not an alphabet. You refer them to as identifiers. So number 5, any other token is an error. So in our scanner.c++, we'll first include our token.h header file into the scanner. So this will allow us to call our tokens. It will later be renamed to parser.h in a future tutorial. Then I've declared some function we'll use in our scanner. They include the skip white space, generate token, is num, keyword token, char token, is alphabet, and make tokens. We'll discuss what they do next. So in our scanner, we'll assign our file content, which is already in the buffer, as an argument to the global pointer variable named token. This will allow us to access our file content in any part of our file. Note the difference between asterisk token and token. While token holds the address of our buffer, the asterisk token points to the first character in the buffer. Example. So assuming you have char token, which is equal to Arinza is a boy, then asterisk token will refer to the first character of this char, which is A. Then if we increment the asterisk token, then it will now start pointing to the second character, which is now R. But using a block quote or block parenthesis, we can pick in to get the value in any part of the file without shifting the pointer. So assuming we seek for the 4th character is from R, is going to be E. So from R, since we are now at R, we can now count R as 0, I as 1, NE as 2, Z as 3, and E as 4. Then remember we are pointing at R. If we increment it again, it's going to start pointing at I. So this is how we are going to scan our tokens. So in our scanner function, again, we use a while loop to go through all the characters in our compile file or token. We loop until the end of file function returns true. This function returns true when the current token is equal to /0, which is the terminating token or token end of file. Now, while in the loop, we search for our 4 different kinds of token. On line 21, the skip white space function search for white spaces and skips them. Then the isNum function checks for token numbers, and if we find a number, we call the generate token function to generate the number. The isAlphabet function checks for identifiers and keywords, and if the first letter is an alphabet, it calls a keyword function. This function checks if the token is a keyword. If it's a keyword, then if it's not a keyword, then it's an identifier. Then finally, if we don't find anything yet, we call the char token function. This function checks for symbols. On line 30, we increment our token char to point to the next character and start the loop again until we get to the end of file. When we are through with the loop and get to the end of file on line 33, we make token end of file and close the scanning process. In our next class, we are going to initialize these functions.